Hello guys, so nandito na naman tayo sa aking vlog. So marami tayong pag-uusapan ngayon at ito'y technical na mga pag-uusapan. So let us proceed sa aking pag-uusapan. Wait! Nandito ka pala. Alam mo ba ang pag-uusapan natin ay isa sa mga technical at mahirap na pag-usapan sa ating panay ngayon. Kasi pag-uusapan natin ang tungkol sa universal right according to Sison. So, ginagawa mo pala. Diyan ka pala sa kwarto. Guys. Obrigado. So, lahat tayo may karapatan. Ikaw, ano yung karapatan na alam mo? Ano yung karapatan na meron ka?
Ano sabi mo yung karawatan ka? Karapatan kong matulog, karapatan kong kumain, karapatan kong magkabahay, karapatan kong magkaroon ng edukasyon, karapatan kong mamasyal. Ano pa ba?
So, ayan, may karapatan ang bawat tao. At lahat ng tao ay may karapatan at may obligation sa batas. So, let us talk about the universal law or universal right according to Sison. So, do you know about Sison? Or did you heard about Sison?
Parang narinig ko na yun ah. Parang familiar siya sa akin. Diba sabi mo, pag-uusapan natin yung a universal right according to Sison. I think he was a writer.
Right. Guys, who can tell me the full name of Sison? Anyone? Can you tell me the full name of Sison? Who write a universal right? So, the full name of Sison is Jose Maria Cantas Sison. She was born in February 1939. So, he was a writer and activist who she was founded the Communist Party of the Philippines. So, we know about the Communist Party. So, she was the founder of that Communist Party. So, ano yung mga alam nyo na mga Communist Party? So, pwede natin i-share. So, dito sa pag-uusapan natin, so let us talk about the right of the people. So, sabi niya nga dun sa kanyang sinulat in Universal Right, magbanggit ka nga ng isa sa mga binanggit niya.
According to his right, a person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process.
No person shall be deprived of life, liberty or property without due process of law, nor shall any person be denied the equal protection of the laws.
So, tama. No one can deprive a liberty, property without the due process. So, everything that under the law had due process, or anything that in our place shall be covered by the law. So, how can we tell that it can be fully protected by the law? Can you give some reason or some proof that this protection shall be on that person?
Siyempre, isa sa mga yun is pinanganak siya. At least siya sa Filipino. At pinanganak siya sa ating bansa.
Right. So, let us talk about the citizenship of the Philippines. So, how can we know that the one person shall be the citizen of the Philippines? One is he was born in the Philippines. So, there's a technical there in the born in the Philippines. So, we can call or we can include the foreign people into due process. So, one is being born in the Philippines or being born in our country. Two is here or his mother or father or mother was born in the Philippines during the 1973, which is the law protect or can be adapt or amend the Constitution. So, there are many times and revise the Constitution and then give one reason for being citizen of the Philippines.
Naturally born his mother. I think it's blood.
Right. Her blood. So let us summarize the things we should be a citizen of the Philippines. One is he was born before the adoption of the Constitution. Two, if the mother and father was naturally an Filipino citizen. Three is he was born, her mother or father born before the adoption of the Constitution, which is 1973. And then last is the natural born in the Philippines. So there are some reasons why we can call the citizen of the Philippines. Next, after we know the citizenship of the Philippines, we can proceed now to the full protection of the Philippines. So,
in fact, while ordinarily one must be a citizen of the Philippines in order to get the full protection of its laws, the guarantees extended by the above-cited section of our Constitution are universal in their application and includes all persons within its territorial jurisdiction. This is the settled jurisprudence established way back in the early days of the American regime in the Philippines, where it was held that the due process and equal protection of the laws clause in the Philippines Bill of Rights are like the provisions found in the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, and therefore, in its interpretation, the decisions of U.S. Supreme Court may be referred to and used.
we can know the law of the Philippines had protect the life of the people, or liberty of the people, and the property of the people. There are many times that we should be considered the right of the people as we go far behind the law. So everything that we do or what we can are based on the law. So there are due process of the law. So before we end this video, I will tell you the last and the most important things that Sison tells. So according to the last sentence of universal right, he said that look at human right as supremely precious in our society, which need breathing space to survive. So
Looks at human rights as supremely precious in our society, which need breathing space to survive, thus permitting government regulation only with narrow specificity.
a human right shall be look at the supremely or the most things that we shall be considered during our time. So human rights shall be considered in our right time as we go farther than we are going to. So although the law protect us, we must be consider everything that we can do because everything that we make shall be have a consequence if we not follow the law. So thank you for listening and God bless us all.